I'm Dan Babick, and I'm with Black Cinema. Good afternoon,
Hey,
and DeRay.
that's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
I know.
Black Cinema, man.
I'm the only white guy that works for Black Cinema, but I am a Black woman at heart, so I feel like it's fitting anyway.
I congratulate you, man. Congratulations, and happy to have you.
Thank you. It's so funny whenever I audition and someone asks me, who my inspirations are, they're always Black women. It's always Michelle Obama, Oprah, Maya Angelou. And then, the interviewer always says to me, are you just like saying that just to like win me over because I'm a Black woman or a Black man? But everyone I idolize is a Black woman. So I'm sorry, DeRay, but Kym is the one I idolize, but I still respect her work.
I too am a Black woman. All right, since we doing that, no, okay. But I can understand that because if you think about the strength and the power of a Black woman and all that's been, just all that has happened through the years, even all the way up to now, I can see how you can honor it. I can see how you've been a witness to that. And it's something to somebody who's real. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of people we idolize that are on TV. We idolize comic characters more sometimes than real people. So that's good you found the superhero in the Black woman.
We really do. And through this interview, I really wanted to convey the importance of Phat Tuesdays because a lot of people who are just coming up now, they don't even know the importance of what that meant. So I'll start with you, DeRay. What does Phat Tuesdays mean to you?
It meant relaxation. It meant therapy. It meant work. It meant it was the one place. What it means is I felt like it was a tabernacle of just what was my chance to present my talent on stage uninterrupted. Because it's better. People always ask me what I like better, comedy or acting. And I always say comedy because it's only me up there, only me to make the mistakes, but only me to also prosper, only me to tell my story. It's a one-man show every time I'm on stage, from 5 to 10 minutes to 45 minutes. So, and that platform being one of the biggest in Hollywood, right on Sunset, there was no beating it. So it meant everything. A set could change someone's life. A set could change someone's night. A set could change someone's image of Hollywood. You could be having a terrible day all day. You get on that stage with bills due and things happening that you're struggling with and perform and blow the room up and everything changes. Even if it's just for your peers, carrying you out, you have a good set. You just hit the game-winning shot for yourself and your own team. So yeah, that's great.
And Kym, for you, have you ever had one of those just like mammoth sets that changed your life?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have had some sets that, people see you in the room that you didn't even know were there. And next thing you know, they've either called your agent or reached out to you and said, hey, I was at the Comedy Store or wherever and I saw you on stage. We'd like you to come in and read for this part. And you're like, wait, what? So I have had those moments. I've had, like DeRay even said, for yourself. I remember recently I went to, it was at the time the Staples Center a couple years ago, and it's 3,000-4,000 people. And it frightened me. I got a standing ovation. And it actually jarred me because as we're talking about this journey in comedy, that moment said, you're doing the right thing, you're making people laugh, good job. So sometimes it's for yourself so that I can go on and be better and keep going on this journey.
Wow. I actually had a friend there that, that when you performed at the Staples Center and they said that they, were a part of the standing ovation and they cried a little bit because they followed your journey and they just like, oh my God, like, it really is amazing, like what you have done with your life.
Wow! I can't even believe it. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's dope,
and I wish DeRay could have seen me because I look up to him in his comedy, and so there's those kind of things like your peers. You want them to be proud.
You just saying that, dog. No lie, gave me goosebumps. I'm really excited. Just hearing that. Well, your dog gonna stop because your dog start barking. My dog gonna start barking.
I know.
Yeah, but that's big, Kym. I like that because you watch your jokes. It's like you raise your jokes to your children, and then you watch them.
Oh, I love that.
You watch she watched her joke get married. She watched her joke walk down the aisle, and people was like, that's the, you know, and in her mind, she's like, you know how many times I've told that joke. Now I hit the perfect frequency, and y'all cease for me. I love it.
Ah, I love that.
Because it is like a scientific experiment, and I didn't know that because I'm, you know, not a comedian, but like you really do have to perfect that joke. Like I think a lot of people that, you know, don't know the ins and outs of comedy are unaware that it is like a scientific experiment.
Yeah, your timing is everything. For me, it's always been that. Timing is number one. And if you got too many words in a joke, sometimes you got to eliminate a word. One simple word could change the timing on the joke. Yes. One simple delivery, one pause, one like not letting the joke linger too long. You know what I'm saying? Yes. There's foreplay to jokes as well before it becomes the full, you know, but you reach the climax of the true identity of what you were getting to. Because we've had times where you'll hear the setup rocking and you're like, man, I hope the joke is as funny as this moment. So you have to almost shave that down a little bit, not to step on your own material. So
definitely a science,
but definitely not so much science, but a whole lot of just like I keep saying, I love music. So it's always to an orchestra to me to make the sounds come together, putting together a band within your mind of what instruments play at what time. So yeah.
Wow. And for you, Kym, did you, you know, as a young girl, did you ever, you know, foresee that your life would turn out this way, or did you always have an inkling that, you know, that you were meant to be a comedian and that you would be big in the industry?
She's been a star. She's been a star.
I did. I always felt like I was a star. But you know what? As a young child, I knew that I would go and make people laugh. My whole family, I'm not the funniest one. My family is hysterical. And my brothers,
the same way, same.
Almost same way, yeah. And my brothers are funnier than I am, but they went and became architects, and that are regretting it. They're like, dang, I should have. They're so funny. But I said, as the girl, my parents were like, you know, once you go to college, go do what you want to do. So I always knew that I wanted to do something to make people laugh. Now, comedy-wise, I never felt like I really was going to be a stand-up comic until my run-in with Red Fox. And he said to me, you know, you're very funny. He said, you're pretty. He said, write your jokes and show them to me. Of course, I chickened out. But that was the first time that it made me say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. Stand-up is not easy, what people think. I feel like acting is easier than stand-up. Even though I love stand-up, stand-up is not, it's fun, but it's not, people think that you can just do it overnight. You got to practice, you got to put the work in, you got to write. It's all that. You got to write, direct, produce, everything.
Yeah. And for you, DeRay, when did you decide that you were going to be a stand-up comedian? Was there a moment, or did it just kind of gradually happen?
It fell in my lap. My uncle was a bartender at a comedy club. I was too young to drink. And I would go in there begging him, like, yo, just let me try a Long Island. I know this is bad to the kids that are watching, but I watched a comic on stage and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And his name was Shay Shay in Chicago. And then he's like, it's stand-up, it's a comedy club, just go watch. And then Damon Williams went up after that and he was hosting. And I was like, oh my God, I can do this. I said, me and my cousins crack jokes all the time. And a week later, I just went up. It was on a week before Mother's Day. And after I went up, I got booked right away. I got booked for $50 after my first stand-up special. Look at me, dreaming big already.
Right.
My first stand-up set. And that was it for me. That was it. I was in love with it. I fell in love with it immediately. And I was young and married at the time. And I knew when I loved comedy more than my then wife, that was it for me. I was like, this is just I come from a world where everybody's like, although we all were funny, my mom would always be like, stop acting silly. Stop being silly all the time. Stop being silly. And then I walked in this room, people were like, oh, you're silly? Be silly all the time. Do it all the time. This is I didn't even see the doors opening until I was like literally in the game heavy, that I even knew where it would take me. But it took me somewhere mentally and spiritually that I needed it. Me and comedy needed each other. So that's how it happened to me.
Well, thank you so much. I think if anyone's watching, you know, if you love comedy more than your wife or husband, that's the takeaway here.
You know, if you say your name really fast, it sounds like almost cursing somebody else. Like cursing someone else. It's like, Dan Babbitt.
Dan Babbitt. Well, it's actually bad bitch. It's got a little tick.
Bad bitch.
I've
Dan,
got beef
that
my
bitch.
last
All right,
name.
show off there, Dan.
I
Well, good luck with the rest of
love
your
Dan. I love Dan. I love
Appreciate
the
it.
background.
Thank you.
I love Dan's hair. Thank you.
I love you guys. I hope to see you in person soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you so much for a wonderful
Still in
interview.
your accent. I'm using it all day. Go get me
Thank
some
you,
water
sir.
now.
I love his look.
I
Thank
like
you.
more tea. Thanks.